Hi, this is Suchadatta and now picking up the last chapter of economics, class 9, food security in India. Let's look into the new words before we start with the chapter. First is food security. Now, food security in fact means that the people of the country at all times have physical and economic access to food. In simple or other words, food security actually involves or has three components, and those are availability, accessibility and affordability. That is, the food should be available. Second is, the people should be able to have access towards food. And last is, of course, the affordability. The food should be within the reach of every pocket. So, the three components of food security are the three A's: availability, accessibility and affordability. Second is famines. Famine is of course a disaster, which means that there is scarcity of food. And when there is scarcity of food, it leads to starvation. Of course, famines can occur either due to natural or man-made activities. Next is malnutrition. When a person does not get sufficient food or does not get healthy or nutritious food, it leads to malnutrition. Next is wheat revolution. Wheat revolution, it was a stamp which was made in 1968 and issued by the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, which actually stressed upon the facilities and also the other things which the green revolution had given to the people. That is, emphasizing on the activities and also the benefits derived by the people due to the green revolution in India. Next is buffer stock. Buffer stock is in fact the stock of food grains present in a country at a time, and this food stock or the buffer stock is in fact made by the Food Corporation of India. It is very essential to have a buffer stock in the country, because if you do not have a buffer stock, then whenever there is a disaster, natural or man-made, famine, flood or other such things, you are going to actually have a difficult time. Next is FCI. Now, FCI in fact means the Food Corporation of India. This organization or agency was made under the Food Corporation Act in 1964, and this is the nodal organization which is responsible for procuring and making food accessible and affordable to the people. The Food Corporation of India in fact does all the activities which makes the food reachable to the common masses, and it keeps a check on the price so that the vulnerable group, so that the poor section of the society also have sufficient to eat. The next term is minimum support price. Minimum support price is the pre-announced price by the Food Corporation of India for the farmers of India as to what price are they going to buy the various food grains. So, this keeps the farmers ready and well informed so that they know actually what is going to be the price of their food grains. Next is issue price. Issue price is the price which is lower than what is actually there in the market. This is done by the government of India to see that the food becomes affordable to everybody. Next is public distribution system. Public distribution system, or popularly called as PDS, is in fact a system, a network wherein there are many shops which are regulated by the government, and the main purpose is to see that the food becomes accessible to people so that it reaches the poorer section of the society. Next is fair price shops. This comes under the PDS system, wherein the fair price shops provide food grains to the poorer section of the society at subsidized rates. That is, rates which are much lower than what the market price is. Next is subsidy. Subsidy is when a particular commodity becomes out of reach for people or it becomes very expensive, then the government shares the price and sees to it that it lowers down the price. This is sharing of the burden of paying heavy price for a particular commodity. If we see in India, the petrol, diesel and the cooking gas are all subsidized items. Next is rationing. Rationing means when the government decides that how much should be allowed to be consumed by the people at a time. That is, controlling the consumer to buy something which is in excess is called as rationing. That is, you are allowed, if I give you the example of rationing, then the best would be the cooking gas at your home, wherein you are entitled to book the gas only after 20 or 25 days. So, this means there is rationing on the cooking gas in India. So, it just simply means that the government wants the consumer to consume a particular commodity only in a limited manner. Now, I will be starting with the chapter.